So from here, I think we can go on to trim.
Yes.
Trim is something that I've used a little bit. I'm still trying to get used to it. But let's say, and this one I marked it fairly well. There's a little bit of overspray right here that we can try to tackle. But this is how we would do it. So I like to do it in dollhouse view, and I'm going to hit the add trim button. And then it's going to create this nice little box, which I'm going to click on and move around. And as you move it around, you'll see that it blacks out certain areas in the house. So what I'm trying to do is get this little wing out of there. And so I'm going to do that by moving it around. And you can see as I did it, it chopped off some of it, but it's not all of it. So we're going to go right about there. That looks good. And then we'll hit the checkbox. And now, if we were to look at our dollhouse view, I think it applies it right away. So I'm going to go back to our live view. And the wing is gone from right here. I called it wing, but
So I want to say probably best practices is trim mirrors, windows, outdoor lines while you're scanning so that you don't have to do this in workshop. So this kind of saves you just in case that you can trim this extra spray. There are edits that you can't do on your tablet. Sometimes you might be doing a spiral staircase or something, and you got what would you call it? Ceiling windows.
Matter.
So you have windows in the ceiling, and then all of a sudden you got splatter that's going above the house. This would be the process for taking that splatter, that matter, the extra scan data out of the model, just so that it looks nice. And I want to say, Tom, I think I heard you say you don't use this that often. Is that right?
I don't. I try to mark everything as accurate as I can. However, at that car dealership, the pesky car dealership, there was a lot of artifacts that were still left on the tour, even though I marked everything meticulously, and I had to go back and do this. So
yeah. I would say, sometimes you have to separate your world and say, are you an artist or are you a business person? And if you're an artist, you can make all your tours look beautiful, and you can add highlight. There's a lot of things that you can do in post, and but you may not be able to monetize all that extra time that you're spending. So it's probably a lot faster just to trim as you go on during the capture process. At least you know how and where to find this particular tool, and that you can trim this extra splatter. But you can see it does take some time, and all these steps add up. It's probably not, for a $250,000, $350,000 house, but maybe you're working on an $8 million house, and it's 12,000 square feet. It might be worth taking the time because it's a higher end property. Your client's paying you a lot more to deliver the property, and the expectation is it probably looks nicer. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just say that this is beta, so take that with a grain of salt. Sometimes it could work, sometimes it won't work, sometimes it's glitchy.
It's probably pretty good because it's been in beta, I want to say, for a year now. It seems like a long time.
No, I haven't had it. I just was trying to place this one and it kept snapping back to a different area. So that's why I kind of highlighted that out. But no, it works good.